Smooth. Hello. 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 That's too quiet now. There it is. Hello, and how are we doing? Here before Twitch even displays it, I mean, it's faster than the bot, but even then, it's a low bar. Twitch is not the fastest of things, mainly because it has like 700 things to 700,000 probably other profiles to keep track of. Hello, hello, or hello, as the L for W substitution cipher dictates. Pretty sure the bot just quit. It appears to be at least on holiday. Maybe it has handed in its notice. I don't know. These things happen. Bless. Yeah, welcome back to the Citadel of Chaos draw through, or draw thruff if you're feeling particularly peculiar. Last time, let's pop back to here where stuff was happening. There it is. Last time, you... This is, if you can just about make this out, this is Beth picking the lock for the door, with the pocket myriad, a small little pocket thing. You can't highlight it, it's on the stream. You lockpicked into a room, you found a woman in bed. She immediately started firing liquid fire from her eyes at you, because she's like that. You got the mirror out, which you got from Oshamus, because it turns out Oshamus is helpful sometimes. And she turned into ash, from which you got a golden fleece and an amulet. With the amulet, you scared off these spooky ghosts. And you made your way up further through the tower, the Citadel's spire, as it were, where you found some snake friends, or a snake friend with multiple heads. I guess. Hello, Chib. Chibi, it's a Chib. Just doing a quick recap. You met a snake, you bopped off a head, and 2 more grew back, so you shielded and jumped past it after losing a bit of health, but you managed it. Then you came across... You're on the top floor of the Citadel, as far as you can tell. And you found a door. Quelle surprise. Unfortunately, the door appears to have a 3-digit combination on it. Your solution to this was to eat some cheese and then some berries. Unfortunately, the berries made you fall asleep. It's an Emily. Hello. It's a Chib, it's a Ragdoll, it's a Duck, it's an Emily. What a combination. Yes, so the thing is, I drew this as a warm-up in like 10 minutes, and it's like, how can I do that in 10 minutes? But actually in the stream, it takes me half an hour to draw like a small orc baby. It's a Chris, where? I don't see one. Anywho. So, Beth now wakes up after a nice week's nap. Probably not a week, but there we are. Sleep regains his health though, right? In this book, resting doesn't, so... No. Game logic says so. Not this game. The last game did. Forest of Doom did. Oh no, Forest of Doom, you had to eat bread. You couldn't just rest. The berries do that. No, the berries made you go to sleep. So there you go. I didn't say anything. The cheese healed you. You were on like... Whatever. No, you used a spell, didn't you? You did something. You restored health. The book's a dick. I mean, you picked up some random berries from a bush and you ate them. I'm surprised you're not dead. You also trusted the leprechaun when he said that they were healthy. That's your fault. So yeah, anyway, you're awake now. You used the spell. Okay, yeah. You got 10 spells. Like, you got quite a few. Bear in mind, I think the number of spells you can have for the game is 6 plus 2d6 or whatever it is, so it's entirely possible your maximum number of spells can be lower than what you have now, so you're doing alright. Yeah. Grumble, grumble, indeed. Indeed. Yeah. So what do you want to do? You have a 3-digit combination lock in front of you. It's a very sturdy one by the looks of it. Try every combination. Only 50% of berries in the world are poisonous. That's okay, Hans. That's more likely poisonous than not. Okay, how long do you reckon it'll take to try a combination? Do I have a combination lock? I can flick through it, see how long it takes. A lot of combinations, yes. It's 1,000. So if it takes 1 second per combination, it's 1,000 seconds. 60 seconds in a minute, so that's like 10 minutes, 15 minutes-ish. Ask the Spoder before we try brute force. The Spoder is in a jar and you cannot... You attempted to speak with it before, but you cannot hear it through the jar. Will it take more time than to go through the entire castle to find some sort of code? I will... I wouldn't say it's a logical place to find it, but I will say it's not randomly distributed. You know, you're not going to find it... I'll say you won't find it, you know, written on the underside of a table in a random room or something. Just to speed things along, you know? Just the map. Good point. Here is the map. The now nearly completed map. So you have the courtyard where you started with the monument and all that stuff. You have wine cellar, sewer, lady, golem, scouts, pantry, kitchen, park the gark. Yay, he's got a mirror as well. Party, library, grand hall, lady who's on fire or is now ash. 3 baby orcs, gargle, prison, horrible furniture room. What was this called? The Pit of Doom? Something like that. And spooky ghosts. Now, do any of those feel like a place that you might be able to find information? The Trench of Stupidity. Guess the library? Not a terrible guess. Had a book on architecture. It did. Had a book on architecture, biographies, and bestiary, I think. One of those things. I should stop mumbling. I was listening, trying to find something in one of the previous Castlevania VODs, and it's just... How do any of you understand anything I say? It's just no consonants at all. Just... and a librarian that has you arrested. So you better be quick. Pit of Doom needs reverb. Sorry, my apologies. The Pit of Doom. Better. I say things? No, it's just general mumbling. It's like that guy from the Fast Show. What's his name? QC something or other. We going to the library? Is everybody... Are we going to the library? He says, clearly. Pronouncing consonants as he goes. Saying words. No. I'm trying to remember the name of that character from the Fast Show. Steal architecture book from library. Fair enough. I'm perfectly happy for that to happen. Now, here's the question. Do we... Do I... Oh, I forgot there's a room with the thing. There's... There's the Hydra room. Etc. You'd have to fight the Hydra again. Doesn't have intelligence. We'll just sneak past. we do that? Shall I? The thing is, chances are, if you say, oh, we run through the room and get to the other side, because you know where you're going now, and I say, okay, well, roll this for luck, and then you get hurt if you lose, but you get through anyway, and so on and so forth. Basically, all that's going to happen is, if you get hurt, you're going to eat some cheese, and if not, you don't. Like, is it worth me doing that? Or should we just go straight to the library? Because other than that, it's a pretty clear path around the pit of nuisance. Hydra made of sock puppets. That would be just like the entire Henson Muppet Workshop staff operating that. How many hands in one place? Doesn't have intelligence, was just sneak past. Yeah, but it does have a lot of eyes. We'll just go to the library. It's fine. Just go to the library. Okay, cool. You go to the library. Where's my book? That would help. Oh, I need a book to go to the library. That's the wrong way around. You go to the library for books. If they go to the library, it seems sensible. Right. Okie dokie, you go to the library. Beth kicks in the door and says, "Oi, what up? I got out," and flexes. Like that. The librarian is a mix of aghast, for a combination of how did they escape prison and also why they're making so much noise in the library. All this is doing is showing how much I mumble through the word library. Library. February. Right, where are we? We have... That's not the page I wanted, was it? Library. I wanted 132. Unos, tres, dos. You look through the architecture section, for there is a section with multiple books in it. And you see one, which is entitled Secrets of the Black Tower. This seems pretty much up your street. There's probably, I don't know why they want to keep this in the Black Tower, anyone can read it. Although I don't know how many things in this castle can read. Seems promising, yes. And Beth grabs it and walks out to the consternation of the librarian, and goes and sits in the Grand Hall and has a bit of a read while eating the food prepared for the Ganges. It's a bit cold at this point, and not exactly healthy. The book is most enlightening, supposedly. It's got a candle on it. Tracing the history of the Citadel, the Black Tower was built by Balthus Dire's grandfather. Remember, Balthus Dire is the person we are here to assassinate. The demi-sorcerer. As it became a sanctuary for the forces of evil, law and order gradually made way for chaos, and the monstrous creatures battled their way up the power hierarchy. Dire's grandfather eventually found it necessary to protect himself from his minions by setting up various protective traps between the creatures and his own dwellings. Most notable of these being the Doom Pit trap, that's where we get the name from, and a magical combination lock on the door to his own room. The combination to the lock is 217. You read further about various secret passageways, but they're not particularly interesting because you've already gone through them all. And that's about it in the book, to be honest. I don't know why, like I say, Dire's grandfather found it necessary to protect himself by setting up traps and also writing a book with the combination to the room that the door that he put up to protect himself, but left it in the castle with all the things that he's trying to protect himself from. He wasn't smart. Wizard dude, yes. Do you know what? I've just thought of this. Probably gonna have to draw him in a minute. Haven't given a thought to what he looks like. Why is that available in the library? I know. Set up a door to protect himself from everything in the castle, and then left basically the key to the door in the castle. Maybe he is just confident in the fact that no one else can read. So yes, you have the combination. 217. You now run back. I'm not drawing that because I knew how quick it would be. You now go back. Here, only you're awake. If you're at the book, you'd have that code activate a bunch of traps. Yeah, that's fair enough. You're a sorcerer after all. Or maybe Balthus Dire is a sorcerer on his mother's side. Don't know. He's a demi-sorcerer. I don't know what the other half is. Maybe he's half goat. 217. Stanley was employee number 217. Right. Part sorcerer, part chicken. Don't make me draw the final boss of this game as a chicken. Oh, I'm gonna have to now, aren't I? Right. So I'm going to assume the bottom half is a chicken. We'll get there anyway. So I presume you want to now open this door. Do you want to make any preparations before you do that? Not making me do anything, you're just giving suggestions. Yeah, but you kind of... By giving me such good suggestions, you are forcing me to do it. That's the problem. Let me find the page that we're supposed to be on so that you can sort things out. Oh, it's 217, isn't it? Obviously. All you can say is Goose Cult. I've heard of the Goose Cult. Don't have any particular preparations you could make. Aside from the fact that you have slightly diminished stamina and skill. Don't know, it's up to you. You can ready a particular item, just in case. There's going to be a rooster, but somehow the horrible goose took over your brain for a second. Fair enough. There needs to be art of the Goose Cult. I was given the option of doing art of the Goose Cult, but I decided to draw meat dropping and tripping over oranges or whatever it was. Where are we? 217, yeah. And it was good art. Thank you very much. I'm glad you liked it. Yeah, any preparations, or are you just going to go barging in there? Actually, how are you going to go in there? Let me know. I do also want to reiterate, and by reiterate I mean iterate, and by iterate I mean say, that I've been bunged up all day, so that's also not going to help my diction. But I will try. Hay fever is a bugger. It's July! Hay fever's a spring thing. Stop being around. Kick open the door, throw the lead balls. I mean, you can. So I've just realised that on the page that I've turned to, there are 7 paragraphs, 6 of which contain a door. Good book, this. Spells. You have many spells. Strength. I don't think we ever ascertained what strength did. I think we said that it added 3 to your skill in battle. Yeah, because the book doesn't actually say what it can do in battle, but it just sometimes gives you the option to use it. But I thought, got to come up with something consistent. But strength can also, break things and cause you to break things. It does explicitly say be careful using it because you'll probably break things and not mean to. Use strength spell, kick open door, throw lead balls everywhere. Sorry, I just... Okay. I mean, I'm fine with that. That's your strategy? Don't know if anyone else has anything better? I'll give... Frame man, please. Nothing's happening. Thank you. Yeah, anyone got any better ideas than strength, kick, throw? Would be good to use to smash Balthus Dire. Presumably, if you have the opportunity. Great man, is Balthus Dire the demi-chicken? It's the saucer rooster. That doesn't work, does it? That and ready amulet. I like that. Okay, we can do all those things, that's fine. Everyone alright with that? 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. People always forget that bit. So, righty-ho, you cast yourself, you cast a strength spell upon yourself. Let me remove that from your magic count. Think. You type in the combination, 217. The door fizzes slightly for reasons you don't quite understand. And you kick it right in. Give it a big old right foot. The strength spell is pretty significant and it just thwacks around and almost breaks the other side of the wall. In doing so, you throw lead balls everywhere. Your strength is quite considerable at this point, to the point that the lead balls don't quite roll along the floor so much as just fly like buckshot through the air. You hear distant clattering and smashing and cracking sounds as the lead balls clang into things. But before you can see what damage you've caused, you see something heading towards you. You're not entirely sure what it is, but it does appear to have 3 spikes pointing at you and moving quite quickly. What do you want to do? Spikes! Okay, so let's... so this is... Just rubble flying off of this thing. Yeah, you basically became a shotgun. You threw it like a shot, but don't worry about it. Well, it is shot, I guess. Oh, when you have the amulet in wrapped around Flameo. Just ready, because you never know. Kicking doors with hinges and shotguns as his XCOM. These were chibi suggestions, subconscious or not. Wait, how's it gonna work? I don't know. How do legs work? Help! Sure, this is what you look like after you've thrown something, yeah? Don't worry about it. Sleeping I could do. Someone laying on the floor not doing anything, that I can draw. Kicking a door in while simultaneously throwing lead shot at the speed of a shotgun. Turns out a little bit more difficult. Who'd have thought? Flamio just woke up. I've drawn this room too big. Action, Beth. I've drawn this door too small. It's a magical shrinking door. That was the fizzing sound that you heard. It was the door shrinking. So you don't know what's in the room yet because you've only just opened it. But you do know that there are 3 spikes flying towards you. What are we doing? Reflex smack with hammer. That seems perfectly acceptable. I bet you know what's coming up now, though. But you know what's coming up now, something like reflex smacking and all that. Roll 2d6. By the way, I do also want to say the only thing I had prepared for this stream was if anybody said, you know, type in numbers into the combination thing, I was just going to say roll 3d10 and then see how long it took you to get 217. Oh dang indeed, the one time. Tell you what, roll it again. Because you've done 2 things here. That's an 8, that's okay. So you don't quite reach your hammer in time because you've got the amulet in the other hand and you don't quite have time to do that. But one of the lead balls that you threw does clang off what turns out to be a trident, which is flying towards you, and redirects it enough to just skim over your shoulder armor plate, ripping it off, but nonetheless not hurting you. The lead balls, that strength spell is good value. I just saw in the picture one of the lead balls was flying towards it. I was like, what would happen there? Like, they have to be thinking about the momentum involved in this. You had to have thrown them pretty darn quickly. Lead balls, not the heaviest of things. Compared to a trident, anyway. So yeah, the trident just slightly redirects enough for it to fly past your head rather than into it. It's a trident. That's the 3 spiky things. Oh wow, my improvisation was much kinder to you than the book was. Anywho, right. That having happened, you now have a chance to look and see what's in the room. What's in the room? Oh, there is actually a picture of Balthus Dire here. You're not going to look like that, that's for sure. Tell you what, just for personal satisfaction, roll 2d6 twice. So 4d6 if you prefer. Does he look like a chicken? There's something going on with the hair, which is, and it's kind of, I'm assuming they're supposed to be spiky bracelets, but they do look feathery. So maybe. Bill's got a very spotty top. Looks like he's a big fan of space. So yes, I will draw the trident. Yeah, roll a couple of. Okay, that's all right. Good. So this it turns out was and trident, as one does. Yep, yeah, I know. There we go. Oh, this is just a fork. What is the difference between a fork and a trident? Well, a trident is a threek, Okay, you got one of those. Cool. I'll bear that in mind. One. Big old trident, isn't it? What does it view with the number 10 today? Got double fives though. It's pretty cool. Okie dokie. So. What page was I on? There it is. No. Oh, come on. No. It was a sneeze, now it's gone. Damn you, sneeze. As Beth composes herself, and slightly rubs the shoulder where the strap of the pauldron has just been torn off. A bit of a tug on the old armpit, I imagine. Beth looks a little bit around the room. It seems to be some sort of military headquarters. Beth has seen many. Scrolls with strategic maps hang from the walls, as do portraits of past generals. A bookcase in one corner holds hundreds of leather-bound volumes. No, it doesn't. It holds one leather-bound volume. I'm not drawing that. A cabinet along one wall holds pikes and swords of a variety of deadly shapes and sizes. In the centre of the room is a model landscape, which you recognise as the Vale of Willow. Oh, we've got a tabletop gamer. The Vale of Willow, by the way, is where you come from. Armies of miniature troops are positioned on the model. It is a tabletop gamer. Wonderful. This must be the invasion plan. Leaning against the table, slightly rubbing their own shoulder, since a lead ball just got shot into it, is Balthus Dire. His very stature is formidable, despite the fact that they are half chicken. Well over 2 meters tall. That's a big chicken. He's built like an ox and a chicken. It's like a Minotaur, but with a chicken bottom. He plays Dungeons and Dragons, the board game. Sure. With broad shoulders, muscular arms, and what's that thing that goes under the chin? A wattle? Whatever it's called. In his battle tunic of leather with wide studded wristbands, he looks more like a soldier than a demi-sorcerer than he really is, because he's a demi-chicken. Impudent peasant! He growls. Do you think you're any match for... I should probably put reverb on this. Impudent peasant. Do you think you're any match for Balthus Dire? With these words, he snaps his fingers. I guess he has hands. And you hear a grunting from behind. Aha. He's a buff sorcerer. Actually, he's a demi-sorcerer. Let's put half his skill points in strength. You swing around, because I've definitely left room for this, to see a grotesque creature shambling towards you. Its hairy body has 4 arms. Thank you, book. Each ending in vicious-looking hooks. As it approaches, it slashes the air in front of it. Okay, good. I thought I hadn't turned off the reverb. Why, I'll wager you're not even a match for a claw beast, laughs Dire. Right, so you've met Dire. He's at a table, and behind you has materialised a big old monster. Buffness comes from the chicken side of the family. The chickens were very buff. Sorcerers less so. Okay, so there's bookcases and stuff. Here's a table. Balthus Dire is leaning up against the table, apparently. Two meters tall. Behind us in the hallway. He clicked his fingers. There must have been magic. We just close the door on it? Want to try? It's up to you. I should start a vote, shouldn't I? Claw Beast! Okay. Right, now I've got to design a demi-sorcerer. So here's the little water. This was a mistake. Yes, a beak and teeth. Epic magic adventure game or Looney Tunes sketch. You never know what you're gonna get with me. I never know what I'm gonna get. Okay, now I've got to remember how bird legs work. Why does... No, I needed to make them smarmy. They're a demi-sorcerer. They also happen to be half chicken, but that's not the point. Oh good, monstrous animal legs. My specialty. What a weird character. There's 2 meters tall. I don't know how tall Beth is. Hang on. This is now embedded up on the wall or something. The wall's not high enough to do that. Now it is. Now it goes up. As an orc elf, at least 6'2", possibly taller. What's that? That's 190. So you're about the same height. A little bit taller, Dire, but... That's with the plumage. This character looks like they belong in a sort of Red Wall version of Dishonored more than... Look, my clothing tastes are more Victorian than fantasy, alright? Chicken honoured. It's not Corvo, it's Polo. Anywho, why am I spending time on this? What have we got? In terms of the voting, close the door on the Claw Beast. Oh yeah, I've got to draw the Claw Beast. What was it? What was it described as? Impotent peasant. Grotesque creature shambling towards you. Hairy body has 4 arms, each ending in vicious-looking hooks. Okay. We're definitely going Looney Tunes today, aren't we? They said it was a grotesque looking creature, so I don't know, some more eyes. Big old horrible tongue. Corvo's Corvid. Oh no, that's a disease. Hooks on claws, poorly named creature. But if you put several hooks together, you get 1 claw. It is the claw. That's why it's a claw beast. It is a beast that is a claw. Slightly less efficient than a beast that has a claw, but it's the best that could be done on short notice, you know? They've got a war to wage. They had to hire from the Muppet B-stock again. They really thought they were going to be a pirate. When they joined up, they really thought they'd get that job. But no. They get lumbered with the castle duty again, honestly. Given the possibility that we're just going to close the door on this thing and then never see it again, I'm spending a lot of time working on it. What makes it... Hang on. We haven't had our cat lady moment yet, have we? And this thing is described as grotesque. So. Yeah, I quite like this guy. It's not quite as bad. I'm not gonna do 6 undergarments. was just trying to think of what can I do that's grotesque, because I always end up drawing something that's kind of cute. I like this guy. I have apparated. Finally, some action. We have closed the door on the claw beast with our massive strength. Look at the chicken sorcerer and try not to die of laughter. Or grapple claw beast and then throw it at the chicken man. It doesn't specify how long the strength spell lasts for, but probably long enough to do both of those things. Well, that's a tie. What do you want to do? I'm going to read ahead. Try and get an idea as to what the book thinks should happen. You have failed in your mission. Because I will say, this part of the book is very complicated indeed. You would be surprised how complicated this part of the book is. Oh, hey, look at that. Apparently, if you use a strength spell in this part of the game, you have 3 points added to your skill. That was a good guess, wasn't it? Right, okay, so that's that. And then you go there. Okay, cool. Good. What are we doing? There's a ditto for whatever. Grapple claw beast and then throw it at the chicken man. I assume grapple is just, you know, grabbing by the... You're wearing gloves. It's probably safe. Throw it like a shot. Oh god, with the strength spell. The momentum for a lead ball was enough to deflect a trident. What's the momentum of a claw beast gonna be? It's gonna destroy the entire tower. Okay. So yeah, you turn around, you grab onto the claws, roll 2d6. This is not a luck check, this is something different. The hook's, to be fair, not blades shaped like hooks, it only has 1 point. Yeah, I guess. Yeah. Didn't think that. As long as you don't grab the point. Life's grand. Yeah, that's good. This was a check against your skill, so unless you rolled double sixes. I just wanted to check, because I like the idea of you rolling double sixes. Yeah, cool. You grab the claw beast. And you throw it directly at Balthus Dire. Balthus Dire, however, is cunning enough to know what's going on and snaps their feathers. They're just throwing handles when you look at it. Snaps their feathers and moves out of the way. The claw beast smashes through the table of miniatures, obliterating the Veil of Willow. It's at this point that you hope that this is not an enchanted table and you haven't actually destroyed the veil, but you're probably fine. You then look to see that Balthus Dire has reapparated next to you. Well, not next to you, but in the corner of the room. You just destroyed his board game. Yeah, I know. Terrible. You're a real rabble-rouser, you are. So the claw beast has been knocked unconscious. And is just sort of sitting there. Bless it. But Balthus seems impressed. He does. As Yoda says. I'm smooth with this, aren't I? No one has the improvisational skills of me, that's for sure. Great beast, I know. Poor thing. You have a strength spell on, you know? So you You managed to throw lead shot fast enough that it acted like a shotgun. That thing, I mean, you're not going to be able to throw it through a wall, but it's hard enough for it to go, whoa, what's going on? Bap! I'm being thrown into a table. Poof, like that. So, he exclaims, you think you're stronger than the rest, eh? It's at this point that Balthus Dire appears to be getting ready to cast some sort of spell. What do you want to do? Okay, so don't worry, I saved it. Move this whole thing over here. Then we can draw. How does perspective work? It works a bit like that. I don't know what spells look like. There's the little miniatures lying around now. Broken table legs and there's the GM screen. Terrible! Utter nuisance. Where did I point the perspective here? About there, fair enough. So I think there were like cabinets of stuff, weren't there? There's some books and some other stuff. That'll do. One of them had weapons in. We should probably draw that. Et al. Swords and halberds. Was it a halberd? Okay, I'll do a halberd. What does halberd look like? That's an axe. The only difference is it's got a spike on the end and the top. I think that's the difference. We'll go with that. Scrolls, maps, and a big book. Here's a map. Ooh, looks like a skull. It was not intentional. Axe that baby with a spear. And that's how a halberd is born. When an axe and a spear love each other very much. Okay, that'll do. Probably like a chest or something here. That'll do, he says, doing more. There's a little nest. Some eggs in it. They're not his, he just found them. Right. That's that done. What do we do? Just some eggs. Just some eggs. Brandish the amulet to protect us and run towards him to attack. Right here. Bold moves. Okay. Once upon a time, I described your playstyle as content repellent. You're living up to your name. Right. Well, if it's a fight you want, it's a fight you got. Feel free at any point in this fight to try and use the environment to your advantage. Stupid is another name for brave. I would not describe some of the students that I have had in maths classes before as brave. I wouldn't describe them as stupid either. It's not very fair. Hang on, let me get an accurate description of the room first, so that you know what you're dealing with. Yes, okay. Scrolls with strategic maps hang from the walls as do portraits of past generals. A bookcase in one corner holds up hundreds of leather-bound volumes. Ornate drapes are drawn across a large window. A cabinet along one wall holds pikes and swords. So it wasn't a helmet, it was a pike. Of a variety of deadly shapes and sizes. In the centre of the room was a model landscape, but is now a claw beast. Yeah. So what have I missed? There's books. Drapes, I guess. On the other side of the room. We could probably get rid of one of these. That's a lot. Right. Okie dokie. Right. Content repellent it is. That's not how many I need. I know how this works. Are the pikes in the cabinets or the wall, because the pikes are at least 4 feet long? Why is that a thing? Oh, hang on, let me read. 3-7. I keep turning to this page and seeing a very stupid haircut. A cabinet along one wall holds pikes and swords of a variety of deadly shapes and sizes. So it's in one of the cabinets. Why does it matter that they're 4 feet long? I thought I'd do the eyebrow. Because anything less and you don't have you have to stop a cavalry charge. Okay, if we come across a cavalry in this room, I'll bear that in mind. We've already found a claw beast, I don't see why not. That's 4 feet long, but we have a friend here with 4 claws. Only 2 feet. That we know of. Right, so you have apparently 14 stamina. Oops. 14 stamina, and adjusting for the fact that you have a magic sword, which increases your skill in combat by 1, you have 12 skill. Your opponent, Balthus Dire Chicken, has 19 stamina and also 12 skill. If ever you want to do a round of combat, let me know. Otherwise, feel free to try and do something around the room. Is the strength spell still in effect? It will be for 1 more round. So plus 3 here. Bear in mind that it will be dangerous to try and cast a spell in the middle of combat that isn't immediately offensive. That's your inventory, and that's your spells. Only the other way around. The silver mirror isn't covered anymore. Should probably change that. Oh, I have a note here saying that the throwing knives, each throwing knife acts as a combat round in which no damage is taken if you lose your rolls. So you might not hit, but you won't get hurt if you miss. You did pike training with your reenactment group, so you know how to pike. So War of the Roses, so much. Oh, it was War of the Roses, so much hands on hips and flourish was involved. Yeah. Roses are a romantic thing, so I imagine there would be flourish of some kind. Throw all the knives! Oh, hang on, sorry. Fine. Has 18 stamina. He lost 1 because of one of the lead shot. That was the one I was keeping track of. Oh, there it is. So yeah, do you wanna run straight into combat, or do you wanna investigate the room as quickly as you physically can? Because he is preparing a spell of some kind. War was a gentleman's endeavour back then, at least for generals. Pretty sure the soldiers had to put up with a lot of crap. Literally. It was, dysentery was the problem. Do you do that in your reenactment? Scout out for anything to hide behind just in case. You could have hid under the table, but that's not there anymore. So it's a shame. There's curtains. Bookcases, little chest. Sorry, I should probably zoom out, show you the scene. Health and safety says no, sadly. Ah, bloody health and safety gone mad. Can't even engage in a bit of recreational dysentery. And no, I'm not calling this VOD recreational dysentery. I'm calling it chicken fuck boy. Cluck Boi. There it is. Did you throw some cabinets over to hide behind? The strength spell's still on for now. This is definitely going to be called Cluck Boi. Yeah, the strength spell's still on, so you could try. Whoops, I appear to have taken Clawbeast's leg off it. Okay, we've got several options. We can fight, we can throw over a cabinet. This one's sad. You good with causing some more chaos in the room before attacking? It's up to you. Yeah? Do we want to, Tell you what, let's do it officially. I made this voting system for a reason. There's also the claw beast to use as a shield. Theoretically, yeah. Sorry, I've just thought back to the sheer excitement I had when I came up with Cluck Boi. That's slightly embarrassing. These things happen. So yes, you can do a lot of things. You could tear the map off the wall and throw it at his face. There is also a massive metal enchanted door. You could hide behind that. Just thought about that. I'm going to do a little bit of scouting in this, actually. Because there's lots of things that can happen here and I want to be on my toes. Why didn't I label my diagram? Sorry. Okay, you're going to throw over a cabinet, hide behind it, and use throwing knives to hit the Cluck Boi. Okay, cool. So you run to the other side of the room, you grab the farthest cabinet, the one with the weapons in it, and slam it down onto its side, causing a lot of smashing sounds, and clanging as bits and bobs fall out of the cabinet. And you take the knives from your bag as Cluck Boi is readying a big old fireball spell. You want to throw all three, I guess? You've been saying plural, so I don't see why not. I'm going to have this on a separate layer so we can keep track of it. There. And then here we're going to go with I'm gonna budge you up for a second. Old claw beast, me old pal. There's a pike. There you go. Just to sate your appetites. There's probably like a sword handle or something. That's in perspective. Don't worry about it. Beth is now in her element, I feel. Throwing around furniture and... doing a bit of roughhousing. Like a good night out. All the knives! That's what throwing knives look like, right? Close enough. Air, water, earth, furniture. Can I be a furniture bender? I make things for IKEA. If this whole adventure thing doesn't work, there's always removals or house moving as a job. I mean... briefly. There won't be much of it left. Flamio has an undesirable view right now. Let's put it that way. You appear to have grown, Beth. Oh, hang on. She lost this bit of armor, didn't she? Right. Now that's done. Okay. Well, in that case, you get to roll 6d6. No, 6 pairs of d6. 12d6. Or we can do some really complicated maths and do 6d12. Roll lots and lots and lots of d6. We probably should have done this while I was drawing. There's lots of rolls. That's a miss. For the first one. So that would be 16 and 21. That's a miss, but we're only throwing knives. How did the capitalization thing not work? Oh, that's annoying. Cast you, spacebar. Cast you indeed. Occasionally I look up and think, oh, did I turn off the reverb? It's difficult enough for you to understand what I'm talking about as it is, let alone if you can hear it like this. I'm just sort of mumbling like this. It's just sort of noise and, you know, yeah, it's a frightful old camel. So yes, you miss one of your knives. Alas, your accuracy not quite what must have been the when your left, oh no, your right pauldron was torn from your shoulder. Must have caused issues. That's a 4, so that's good. Pling. That's a win for you. And that causes some damage, which is nice. Now we have a 7, 19. So now roll below average, and you'll be fine. You have the advantage here, so you're gonna roll for the bad luck guy because you're unlucky today. Cool. Off you go. Or does luck know what you're rolling for? Also, actually, your luck earlier was yes, 22. You missed that one. So one of them hit. You know, that's so far 3 points of free damage after a strength spell of lead shot. Got you for 1, and one of the throwing knives hit. So actually throwing knives are used up. Boom, they're gone. I said boom, they're gone. Oh, they are. They already went. Faster than I could even notice. You give up. See, this is the thing. Unlucky, it knows. It knows what you're going for. Anyway, well, you got 2 free points off. Why not? While this is all happening, a big old fireball is being cast. And it is being hurled towards you. Right now. What do you want to do? Like when those goblins crit 3 times in a row. It's Akiro! Hello! Quick summary of what's happening right now. I think that explains everything, yeah? Straightforward. Sorry you're late, your brother and you had doctor's appointments. Hopefully they were all good and you're alright. Okay, so let's very brief recap while we're here. We were asleep in front of the door at the top of the tower. You went back to the library. You found out that the code was written in a book in the library for no reason. You then kicked open the door, threw some lead shot, and found Balthus Dire, the demi-chicken, or Cluck Boi, as I believe we are referring to them as, who summoned a claw beast, who is my favourite thing in this game so far. You threw lead shot so hard that it was like a shotgun, and you hurt him, which is good. You also still had a strength spell, so you threw the claw beast across the room, smashed him into a table, and all that. And now you've just pushed over a cabinet full of weapons. These are still here for some reason. Get rid of those. As Balthus Dire is preparing to attack you with a big old fireball, which is hurling itself... No, is being hurled. Hurling is occurring to the fireball, and it is in the direction of you. There you are. Final boss is what I'm saying. And one of your lead shot caused a bit of damage, so he's on 18 stamina rather than 19. You hit him with one of your throwing knives, but missed the other two. So now he's on 16. So yeah. Slam it back with the mirror. Going with the fireball. If you need explanation of anything you have, do let me know. No idea why we needed the place. These books are obtuse. You may never know. I mean, I know, but I'll let you know afterwards if you don't work it out yourself. Oh yeah, you have your amulet wrapped around. Flamio, just in case you are fighting a demi-sorcerer after all. Demi-sorcerer, demi-chicken. So are we going with hit it with the mirror? Seems like that's the plan, and you have the amulet nearby. Yep, roll 2d6, that's my catchphrase in this. Roll 2d6. I might as well just have a button that rolls for you, but I feel like you should roll. It's your game. Clickety-clack. That's 9. Well done. It was a luck check. Yes, so the amulet manages to dissipate the energy of the fireball just enough that it won't absolutely smash through the mirror. And it dissipates into the room, and this cabinet catches fire ever so slightly. It's a sparkly fire, isn't there? There's no fumes. You're trying to remember what the Golden Fleece did in mythology. It's been so long since you read it, though. I looked it up recently to try and work out whether there are any clues as to what it is supposed to do. And as far as I can ascertain, it was just a thing that someone had to get. I don't think it does anything. Cool, so that's that sorted out. What's happening now? I need to do a little bit of reading. Talk amongst yourselves. This part of the story is complicated. Should have done planning. But if you want to get together, if you want to chat and talk about what you're going to do now that the fireball has dissipated. Yeah, what now? What's happening? Okay, I can tell you what's happening. Golden Fleece let the ship fly when they tied it to it? I mean, you can levitate, so that's probably not particularly helpful. Okay, so what's happening now? Yeah, I get that. Cool. What's happening now is our friend is leaning over and clutching their face. Was there anything in this corner? Sure, there's a little side table. Why not? Blue vase. You just noticed the nest? Yeah, that's there. Just some eggs. Fleece in general lets things fly. At least in the original myth. These are gone. Wait, hang on. I should have I need to start new votes, don't I? Oh, that's alright, that should, there we are. It's like it's a new vote. It's like I'm professional, and I know what I'm doing. Okay, 2 votes for lasso, for you have a rope. Sure, okay, you stab it with enchanted sword. Something you could do. That's step 2. First, you need to get him close. Okay, so you lasso, you tie a knot as quickly as you can into the rope and toss it toward and around. Yep, you know my catchphrase. It's coming. It's coming, is it? Yeah, it is. Roll 2d6. Go on. You can do it. That's an 11. Oh no. So you pull tightly on the lasso, but unfortunately your knot was not up to scratch. Was not up to... No, I don't think I can triple that pun. And the rope just comes flying away. Not up to chicken scratch. There we go. There's a pun. So... But... Does that mean you're unlucky? Does that mean you're unlucky in general? Because imagine if you had pulled him close with the lasso. Only to discover that his head is now a mass of writhing snakes. There's a lot of snakes in this bit of the game, turns out. Chicken Hydra, yeah. I don't know about you, but I actually think you got lucky by being unlucky. Chikadusa. Is that the first time I've ever seen Kiro do all caps? No, it makes it funnier. I feel as though the energy given off this drawing indicates that he's never tried this spell before. It's like, oh, this hurts more than I thought it would. You do all caps often? Ah, okay. I have a terrible memory. That sounds about right. Or does it? I don't know. Doesn't ring a bell. Oh, hello. Message held for hostility. It's Chibi. Don't look into his eyes, use silver mirror to deflect potentially deadly stare. If no deadly stare, go stab. It's just stab. It's the word stab. They don't like the word stab in an adventure game set in a fantasy world. I think he expected this to look more intimidating. Polymorphs done wrong often hurt. Yeah. Okay, so we have... Well, one of those votes is for the last thing. Don't look into his eyes. Use silver mirror to deflect potentially deadly stare. If no deadly stare, go stab. Well then. Well then, indeed. Hang on, the book is being very unfriendly. Here we are, right. So Beth pulls out the mirror again, for the second time this fight. Use for that leprechaun has been very useful. Don't know about you. I would thank him. So it says here that they look into the mirror. I don't think, from my drawing, it's possible for Cluck Boi to look into the mirror at this point. But the snakes look into the mirror. And they shriek. And how does a snake shriek? Like that, probably. And in an instant, there's a puff of smoke. See, I don't know what that sounds like, sorry. There's a puff of smoke, and then Balthus Dire is standing once again before you, as if nothing happened. So well done. You avoided being killed. Okay, yes, he is standing in front of you, breathing heavily. His spell was evidently quite exhausting. What do you want to do? He's a bit puffed out, bless. A bit tired. That's part 2 of your master plan, go stab. I guess that makes sense. You've already said that. You've already voted on that, in fact. So let's just press ahead. Literally none of those are options in the book. So we'll just go straight in for the fight again. So for the next 3 turns, he's going to have reduced skill. So let's say minus... Well, the weakness is 3, isn't it? So I'll do minus 3, minus 3. So if you want to do a few more rounds, go ahead. It involves 6 more rolls of the dice. 6 more 2d6. Clickety clack, that's a 10. Gives you 22. Oh, I should put these there. This is phase 2 of the fight. That's a 6, which is a 3 technically. So that's 15. That's good. Got another. Oh, it's a hammer, isn't it? Oh, I keep forgetting. You never do combat in this game. You fought so many more things as pal. Okay, so now that's 14 there. Well done, round 1. Round 1. That's an 8. 20. Basic mental arithmetic. Everybody roll. Oh, there's the cooldown, isn't there? Forgot about that. I thought I'd gotten around that. Oh well. That's a 9, which is a 6, so that gives us 18, and you win that one as well. Another big old hammer, bonking him on the head. He's very dazed and confused. His eyes are trying to readjust to existing. So that's got him down to 12 stamina. Yes, they're 2 new ones. Okay, so that's a 4, which gives you 16, and that's a 7, which is technically a 4, which also gives you 16, so that's no score draw. The first was a knife, so the sword was... Oh, that's true. It was a little throwing blade, wasn't it? Cool, you have 3 bonks. They have now regained their full power and composition, or disposition, or what am I thinking of? Cognition, let's go with that. I did these on the wrong layer, don't mind me. So now you can see more sparkles emanating from the chicken man. Oh, you're doing another round? Let's do another round. That's a 7 and an 8. You lost that one. 7 gives you 19 and 8 gives you 20, so that's he thwacks you over the head with an enchanted feathery hand. But yeah, you do another round and you lose 2 stamina. First loss though, so that's something. You're even actually. You've got even skill and you have even stamina. You're perfectly evenly matched now. Frame man, stop it. Do not try. No, you rolled, that's it. So yeah, you have 12 and 12. Both of you have 12 and 12. So what does the playing field look like now? This is a little bit worse for wear. And the books are falling out. It was toying with you to begin with, but now it's personnel. I'm pretty sure I originally drew them as a human with a beak. Here we are. What does weakness do? Weakness, if... Well, let me get the thing. Strong creatures are reduced by this spell to miserable weaklings. It is not successful against all creatures, but when effective, those creatures become puny and much less of a challenge in battle. That's what weakness does. It started sparkling, which is always suspicious when a demi-sorcerer begins sparkling. The vase got knocked over. Mashed. You have a feeling that weakness probably won't work. Look at this wonderful multi-purpose drawing. What do we got? Don't look into his eyes, that's from the previous one. Clobber him, cast strength, recast strength, and have at him. Have it him. Recast strength and then yeet the toy axe. Right, what are we doing here? Okie dokie. So, yes, are we casting strength and throwing axes? Throwing toy axes? Yeeting. Sure, okay. So you cast strength upon yourself. This takes a little time, as magic does. And you have the opportunity to throw the toy axe. Roll 2d6. Because of course you must. It is your prerogative. How many times have I said 2d6 in this stream alone? Enough to fill a small well. What? Yes. My word. That's what you needed for the skill check. I'm going to say that was a skill check. It doesn't matter. Well, you throw the toy axe just in time and right directly into the path of an oncoming lightning bolt emanating from the fingertips of the demi-sorcerer, which completely vaporizes the axe. And yeah. It doesn't hit you, obviously, but you lose the axe. So that's that gone. It helped you, I guess. But it could have done so much more. Goodbye. Yeah, well, there you go. The Crispy has now caused you to roll some dice, and as a consequence, nothing has happened. That's never happened before. So yeah, you do still have the strength spell on for a bit. So that is something. You have it on for another 2 rounds. So if you want to do 2 rounds of fighting, you can have +3 to your attack. Go fight the chicken again. That's fair. I'll just stick these here just for 3 plus 3. It's dangerous to cast spells when there's a demi-sorcerer in the room who can also cast spells, probably far faster than you. But, yeah. So let's... I did it on the wrong layer again. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Plus 3, plus 3. We're probably not going to finish this today, are we? Oh well. Hopefully we win next time then, and then we have a bit of time to draw a picnic. Those little orc babies, they're not going to be happy about losing their little axe. I'll stream a picnic drawing, yeah. To be fair, I think that was the case with the Forest of Doom. You pretty quickly beat it once you found the hammerhead. And then we did a nice little drawing of Pal on the hillside. And you coloured it. Yes, you did. Absolutely. Okay, so we're doing... oh, you're already rolling. Okay, cool. So let's get on with that then. That's a 9, which gives you 12, technically. So that's 24. And then an 8, which is not 24. So that's a clobber. Brings them down to 10. You're technically in the lead now. Let's not give babies a real axe just yet. They're baby orcs, so maybe. They're hardy souls. They were basically fighting when you found them, so... that's another 8. So that's essentially 11, 23. They're going to have to roll an 11 to match you. And they didn't. That's another hammer. And to 8. You are resolutely in the lead now. But the strength spell has now worn off. Yeah. Who knows what spell Cluck Boi is has up their oddly buttoned sleeve for the next spell, for they are a demi-sorcerer. And they can summon all sorts of weird, deadly things. Allow me to flick through the book and find some. Did I mention this part of the game is complicated? I will show you the map that I drew for this thing. I'm very proud of how I untangled it, but it's still a mess. What will be your next step? Okay, so that's the thing. Well, strength and fighting again. Like if you cast a strength spell, they get to cast a spell too, and they might know worse spells than you, or spells that are not good for you. Again, allow me to give you an indication as to what might happen next. Okay, that's the thing. You have no more toy axes. Yes. Okay, so Mr. Dire, Sir Dire, I don't know. Do they have a knighthood? You need 4 more hits. You do. This is really not a lot left to do. Actually, we should probably end it here. We have 1 more minute. Like I say, you are 4 hits away from killing the person you're supposed to kill. So, next week's going to be a short one, but hopefully a short one in a good way. Cliffhanger. Oh yes, cliffhanger. Which oddly enough is actually the name of this little friend. This is a cliffhanger. Say hello to Cliff. They're my new favourite thing in this draw-through. I don't know why, I just really like them. They're terrible, but I like them. Probably have a whole picnic to draw. That's going to take a while. True. There's going to be a lot of friends at the picnic. Can you story a minion union next time if you win? Story a minion union. Start a minion union? Yes, start. Okay. Sorry, it's one of 3 words could have been replaced in that sentence. It's got bad hamming distance. So, yeah, sure. I don't see why not. They are the Citadel of Chaos, and you have bested the vast majority of the things in it, so I'm sure they'll take you as a kind of de facto leader. Anywho. Boom. Thank you for coming along. Next week. Last stream. Last Citadel of Chaos stream. Unless you decide to just wander through the castle and not do anything. It's up to you. You can go back and try every other number on the combination lock. Yeah. All that time, 1 door. 1 door in this whole stream. Terrible. His next spell is to materialize a door in front of you. I should have kept that. That would have been good. Yeah. 1 door to rule them all. Thank you everyone for coming along. Tomorrow... that's not the thing I wanted to click, was it? No, it wasn't. I'm good at this. I've been doing this for 1.5 years. Just doors everywhere. You wake up in a labyrinth of doors. Half of them open, half of them don't. And they open different ways. New spell, Maze of Doors. You wake up in the crystal maze. Behind one of the doors is a key to another one of the doors, which has a key to another one of the doors, which after 75 iterations, you can find your way out. By which time the Veil of Willow has been destroyed. Thank you for coming along. The music has ended at this point, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, there we go. So I can choose my own outro music. Haha! So tomorrow we're going to be doing Castlevania Symphony of the Night. We're getting pretty near the end of that as well, if the map is anything to go by, which I know it isn't. Thank you for coming to stream. Basically, it's a puzzle adventure game, yeah. Basically, it's this book. Basically, I have just described this book. Yes, so thank you for coming along. Let me just get some music up. We'll be doing Symphony of the Night tomorrow and on Saturday, and on Sunday. Well, what is Sunday? Sunday is apparently the 2nd of August. Yes, August. So I suppose. Sorry, you missed last week. No, it's fine. We only have. I think the only things we haven't explored yet are the spike corridor, which you told me to remember. The very top and the very middle bottom. August already. I know. So yeah, we'll probably be working on September's sticker sheet. So come up with ideas for stickers. I think the idea I want to go with is an idea I've been thinking about for a while, but not confident enough to do, which is like stickers with little slogans on them and little words of encouragement, that sort of thing. So if you have any ideas for little phrases and things like that you want to see on a sticker, do let me know. We'll do that on Sunday. September. Gonna need those for September. Well, that's good. You will get them in September, as long as you continue supporting me, of course. Yes. Next month's stickers are already here, by the way. Should point that out. The summer ones. Hopefully they'll still be relevant by the time they get to you. I think the only one I didn't do. Aww. Hopefully everyone's received those ones as well. The October ones, I shipped those off earlier in the month. But postage nowadays is gonna take a bit. It's gonna take a little bit longer than usual. Yes. But yeah, the only one I didn't include on the sticker sheet was for next month's sheet was the Big Daddy. That was the only one that wasn't included in the end. The rest of them are on there. So if you want a Bulbasaur or a Vivi or a Kirby in an ice cream cone, which I think is the best, you'll get it. Thank you everyone for coming along. Have a wonderful, wonderful time. Enjoy yourselves. I'll see you tomorrow, maybe, and if not, enjoy doing whatever it is you're going to be doing otherwise. Have a grand old time. Goodbye.